Welcome to Variant, where we love comics more than I'm excited to finally give you guys the long-awaited origin of the Batman Who Laughs. I'm your host, Arris. That's right, I'm finally going to give you guys the origin of the evil Batman Joker because his one-shot was just released today. Now, I feel like I shouldn't have to say this because it's kind of obvious, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This episode is gonna contain spoilers for the Batman Who Laughs one-shot. So, there's your warning. With that out of the way, let's dive in. The comic opens up with the Batman Who Laughs talking to someone from across the table. He's telling this mystery person, and I'm paraphrasing here, that you really thought you had it all figured out, that you knew every combination, and it would thrill you every time you got it right. The Batman Who Laughs goes on to say, but this isn't any of those stories. They're familiar parts, but they're all in the wrong place. And there's nothing more frightening than when all the cards lay out on the table just right, but then another card comes and changes the meaning of the entire hand. And there's no way to know what's gonna happen next. Yeah, that's just the first page. The second page throws us right into his origin many years ago in Gotham City on Negative Earth 22. We see that the Joker has Batman drugged to be physically weak but not mentally, as he still wants Batman to be coherent and take in all the chaos and destruction he's causing to Gotham City. For instance, he's blowing up all the hospitals, killing other supervillains like Catwoman, Penguin, and Killer Croc, or telling Batman how he literally dissolved Jim Gordon's eyes, and as he was torturing / killing him, Jim called out for Barbara with his last words as his jaw was melting. What the hell, Joker? First the killing joke, now this? Joker really hates Gordon no matter what Earth he's from. Anyway, the Joker's killing every cop and every villain, and then we see him saying there's no by the book anymore, and that they're running out of time, so Batman and the Joker need to evolve. Basically, he's going all out like never before, literally killing everyone, even recreating the death of Bruce's parents right in front of his face by shooting this little girl's parents right in the head, and then Jokerizing the little girl. Keep in mind, all of this is going down while Joker has bombs blowing up hospitals. And he's doing all this for the joke too far. The joke that will push Batman to his breaking point to make him kill the Joker. Joker even says, "It has to exist, Bruce. I know it does." Needless to say, it finally works and Batman snaps Joker's neck with the tightest headlock ever. But when he does, Joker gas is released from his mouth. 2 days later, when Batman is talking to Superman, we find out that the chemicals that made the Joker were killing him, which pushed him to take things way too far, and why he pushed Batman to his breaking point. Batman then says that the Joker wanted to make something new out of the best of both of them. Batman and Joker's trauma blended together. We then see a panel where Batman laughs after Superman tells him that a Jokerized little girl tried to bite the throat of her psychologist. That's not a good sign, people. Then 3 days later, Batman tells Dick, Barbara, Jason, and Tim that he was infected by the gas that was trapped inside the Joker's heart, and that it's changing him and rewiring his brain. He says if the process is allowed to run its course, he will have the same highly ordered mind he's always had, with the moral core replaced with Joker's. When they're all like, "Don't worry, Bruce, we can figure out a way to cure you," he's like, "No. Plus, the real reason I gathered you all here in the cave was to kill you, as you all would be the first to notice I was changing," and then he mows them all down like Scarface with machine guns. Freaking insane. We then see that 1 week later, Batman has killed almost the entire Justice League with weapons from the League's trophy room that they gathered from enemies over the years. Of course, Superman is still hanging on, but not by much. Batman then says to Superman, "I'm disappointed I only get to kill you once. Do you realize how many ways I know how to kill you?" We then see that he's also brought Superman's wife and son, Lois and John, to the freaking Watchtower. Why did he do this, you ask? Just so he could give Superman a modified piece of black kryptonite, which made Superman go crazy and kill his own wife and son. I know, all kinds of crazy town. Anyway, before long, the Batman Who Laughs world was coming to an end, and around this time he meets Barbados, who shows him Earth Zero and how there's a Batman who lives out there. We then see the Joker talking to the mysterious person from the first page at the table with all the playing cards. He's telling this person that he thinks the Joker was right to a point, that the two of them needed to evolve into something new together. He goes on to say, "Joker used to call me the Bat King ruling over my dark kingdom. And what is a king? Really, it's a powerful card, the highest value card in the deck. Not infallible, to be sure, but potent, and the Joker card on its own has no inherent value. It's defined by what it's played against. Dangerous and potential more than anything. But if you hold the two together in a hand, they can hold nearly any value. They can shift and adapt to any threat they face. And so can I." He goes on to say to this bandaged person, "That's what's so frightening. You know I've already won against any hand you could possibly play against me." The Joker Who Laughs then asks a freaking terrifying question. Could it get worse? Do we have one more card up our sleeves? You want to see it, don't you? But you're terrified at the same time. And then he reveals Are you ready for this? This is actually really huge for this DC Metal event. He reveals every nightmare this multiverse has ever had and says they're coming. Up until now, DC Metal has been purely about evil versions of Batman. But now they're bringing in evil versions of every Justice League member. My mind is blown. We see an evil Superman Parasite hybrid, a Superman Darkseid, an evil Flash, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and so on. Again, my mind is blown, guys. The comic then ends with him telling this bandaged, chained up person, to win, you need to adapt. And to adapt, you need to laugh away all the restraints, everything holding you back. You see, a Batman who laughs is a Batman who wins. This issue was freaking amazing. It's my favorite out of all the Dark Knight issues / origins thus far. It's just written so well and shows how evil and dangerous a Joker-Batman mashup would be. This issue was also extremely dark and explores the Batman-Joker dynamic very well. You have to read this issue for yourself to get all the little nuances. Also, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking, who the heck is that bandaged guy chained up to a wheelchair? Well, we don't know yet. Maybe it's the main Earth-Zero Bruce, even though he's apparently stuck in the dark multiverse. Or maybe it's Alfred. Or maybe it's the actual Earth-Zero Joker. Or even Hush. Get it? Because all the bandages. Anyway, I don't really want to figure it out. I kind of like to be surprised with this kind of stuff. But in summary, this issue was absolutely fantastic. And even though you watch this video, you still need to read the issue to get the full effect. Evil Batman Joker for the win.